Nearly every commercial vehicle maker has a small van for sale in its range. These models are the most compact work vehicles you'll find for sale, but they still come in a variety of sizes, so they're still pretty versatile. Typically, they have a two-box layout, with a cab up front and a large load area behind. In the past, they've been pretty basic, but modern vans are more often than not based on car platforms, and have technology to match. Most small vans come in at least two body lengths, but high roof variants are less common, while conversions are virtually non-existent. Crew vans usually feature a basic folding bulkhead with an integrated second row of seats. These are designed for work transport rather than being considered an alternative to an MPV, because the sliding side doors will usually only have glass if you add it as an option. Besides, the leading lights in the small van class are available as MPVs, which are far more suited to family life. There's a FourWay Tie at the top of our best small vans countdown, because they are all largely the same van. Development was led by the Citroën Berlingo and Peugeot partner, which arrived in 2018, with the Volkswagen Combo arriving in 2019 and the Toyota City arriving in 2020. They all use the same running gear and are largely identical from the leading edge of the bonnet all the way to the back doors. There are pure electric versions of each, with the Vauxhall Combo E, Citroën e-Berlingo, Peugeot e-Partner and Toyota City Electric, all offering around 170 miles of range thanks to a 50 kilowatt-hour battery. They're all eligible for the government's plug-in van grant of £2,500 as well. That platform mixes the spacious cargo volume of the last Berlingo partner with the latest engine and safety technology seen in cars such as the Peugeot 3008 and Citroën C4 Space Tourer. That means they're all practical, with a payload of up to a ton available on some versions, while tech such as adaptive cruise control, lane assist and blind spot monitoring are all offered. The Transit Connect is still the driver's choice in the small van market, thanks in no small part to the fact it shares its running gear with the Mk3 Ford Focus hatchback. In addition to fun handling, the Transit Connect feels very grown-up to drive, with comfortable suspension and interior quality that wouldn't look out of place in a car. Starting from around £21,000, Ford offers the Transit Connect in standard and long wheelbases, while the double cab in-van version has a second row of seats and sliding side doors to improve access. Under the bonnet is Ford's latest EcoBlue diesel in 3 outputs with an auto gearbox option on some versions, where you can choose the excellent 98 brake horsepower 1.0 EcoBoost petrol 3-cylinder manual in entry-level variants. If you need something a bit more compact, then the Transit Courier is smaller still. The range isn't as broad as the Connect's, with base, trend, limited and sport versions offered in a single body style and either EcoBoost or a choice of 2 diesel engines. The Volkswagen Caddy has the kind of quality that wouldn't look out of place within VW's car range, and, as a result, it's one of the most comfortable small vans on the UK market. The 5th generation model was launched this year and starts from around £24,000. There are numerous versions of the Caddy to choose from, starting with the short wheelbase, then the larger Maxi with Commerce and Commerce Pro trim levels available on both. Top-spec Commerce Pro models get a 10-inch Satin AV system, body-colored door handles, LED rear lights and parking sensors. There's also a Caddy MPV option and a California version for those seeking to use the Caddy for camping trips. The current Renault Kango was launched in 2022 and, like its predecessor, it shares a platform with the Mercedes Citan. An all-electric E-Tech model is still available, featuring a 45 kilowatt-hour battery powering a 121 brake horsepower electric motor. Although the battery size is down on the Citroën e-Berlingo and Peugeot e-Partner, range sits at a decent 186 miles. There are internal combustion engine variants of the Kango with 1 petrol and 2 diesels on offer. The 99 brake horsepower TCE petrol kicks off the range in lower start trim at around £22,000. Advanced models come with more equipment as standard and are around £1,300 more expensive than equivalent start models. Pure electric E-Tech Kangos start from around £33,000. Toyota has smoothly transformed the Corolla estate into a van with the Corolla commercial model. There aren't any other estate-based vans in the UK right now, with the Corolla taking the place of the once popular Vauxhall Astra van. Choices are limited when it comes to the Corolla commercial. There's only one engine option, a 120 brake horsepower, 1.8-liter hybrid with equipment levels similar to the entry-level Corolla Touring Sports icon. As standard you get LED headlights, dual-zone climate control, a 4.7-inch display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, a reversing camera, heated front passenger seats and a raft of safety equipment. Nothing in our shortlist has as much character as the Suzuki Jimny Commercial. The standard passenger car was discontinued shortly after it was launched in 2019 because it bumped Suzuki's average fleet-wide CO2 emissions figure over the European Parliament's 95 g/km threshold, but you can still get a van version. Suzuki managed to find a loophole by offering the Jimny as a van in Jimny Commercial form from the outside. The Suzuki Jimny Commercial looks the same as the passenger carrying model. However, the standard Jimny's tiny rear bench seat has been swapped for a partitioned 863-liter load bay, which is 33 liters more than the passenger model offered with the back row folded. If you want something a bit different from the small van norm, then a commercial 4x4 might be the answer. These vehicles are based on SUVs, but replace the back seats with a flat load area and feature blanked-off side windows. The Land Rover Defender hardtop and Suzuki Jimny Commercial are excellent workhorses, but the Toyota Land Cruiser Utility Commercial deserves a mention as well. Whether you choose entry-level utility or top-spec active, there's a functional look and steel wheels which help the Land Cruiser stand out, while the cabin is decked out in velour trim and hard plastics. It's not as plush as the regular Land Cruiser SUV, but this adds to its appeal. It's more comfortable than most small vans thanks to its long travel suspension, and it'll head further off-road than almost any other car for sale. Unlike a pickup truck, that cargo area is sealed off from the elements, although the Land Cruiser can't match the payload weights of a pickup. Still, if that's of no concern, then it's well worth a look if you want to stand out from the crowd. The Fiat Dblo used to have a platform-sharing partner in the shape of the Vauxhall Combo. But with that model now part of the PSA group, the Dblo soldiers on alone. However, in many ways the small Fiat is still a good choice in the small van sector. It already has class-leading payload and cargo volume figures, thanks in part to the fact that it comes in a versatile range of body styles. Fiat offers long and short body versions and a high roof option, while there's also a chassis cab version and the unique Dblo workup pickup. Once you've chosen the right van, you can pick between barn doors or a liftback tailgate at the rear. Whichever version you choose, the interior doesn't feel as high quality as you'll find in some rivals, but carrying capacity in the rear can be huge if you choose the longer wheelbase, high roof versions. The DFSK EC35 might not be a common sight on UK roads, but we think it has a strong shout of being one of the best small vans you can buy. It's a pure electric offering from China and starts from around £26,000. For your money you get a range of up to 166 miles thanks to a 39 kilowatt-hour battery. The EC35 can recharge from a flat battery to 100% in 90 minutes with a maximum DC charge rate of 40 kilowatts. In terms of cargo area, there's up to 4.8 cubic meters, which is 1.5 cubic meters more than the cheapest Berlingo van. The payload is also pretty impressive at 1,015 kilograms. Given it's an electric vehicle, the EC35 is quiet on the move, and light steering means the EC35 is easy to maneuver around town. The interior feels pretty cheap even for a van, but there's a 6.8-inch central screen with smartphone connectivity, plus a reversing camera. The tiny Fiat Fiorino is getting on a bit now, and it used to share its part of the market with the Citroën Nemo and Peugeot Bipper, but these are no longer for sale. The Fiorino continues as a smaller alternative to the Dblo, and its one-box design scores well for load space and practicality, with up to 2.8 cubic meters of load space on offer if you specify the folding front passenger seat. That's pretty impressive for a van that's just 3.8 meters long, while a 660 kilograms payload is also pretty good, and easily beats any Super Mini-derived van, such as the Ford Fiesta. Under the skin, the Fiorino uses a development of the Fiat Punto platform, and while that means it's getting on a bit, the handling is lively. Add in a range of diesel engines that major on running costs and power, and the Fiorino is an attractive proposition for small businesses. Thanks to that 660 kilograms payload, the Fiorino gets a stiff suspension setup, but that gives the van a bouncy ride when empty.